Good morning, how are you all doing? Well, everyone is talking about this, so I just had to make a video about it. I'm talking about asset-backed securities or securitization. Basically, big words that mean small things. Now, by definition, asset-backed securities or securitization are basically bonds or notes that are secured by an underlying financial asset. Now, the types of assets, or basically the types of asset-backed securities transactions include, for example, home equity loans, which are often equated to or often look more like mortgage-backed securities. And we also have credit receivables as well as auto loans. Auto loans are often referred to as amortizing types of loans because they bring back the principal as well as the interest over a long period of time. Credit receivables, credit card receivables, on the other hand, are non-amortizing, as by definition. So now let's look into, are there any tax benefits, or what is the tax procedure when it comes to asset-backed securities? Because everyone will ask about this. So basically, your tax liability in terms of asset-backed securities is to the extent of the interest earned from by the investors, and not to the extent of the principal that was invested initially. And this is basically goes into the older days that we have. Let us harvest the fruits and not cut down the tree, because of course let's have tax being imposed on the profits or interest and not on the principal or the underlying investment. So now, oftentimes when people think about financial security or ways of financing their businesses or securities for financing their businesses, people often think about items that come first in the balance sheet, such as land and buildings. However, how about if you looked into the ones lower in the balance sheet? For example, trade receivables, credit receivables. Let's talk about plants and machinery in terms of in the case of a company, and these are often neglected. But you may not know that actually your source of financial security lays right at your backyard. I'm talking automobiles, I'm talking plants, I'm talking machinery, and basically this is why I'd like to introduce you to this type of securities, or basically this type of securitization. So now, when you come to credit receivables, for example, they have been stretched, for example, to include even student loans. And oftentimes, the major question that people will ask is it even possible? Has it been done before? And what was the success? Now, let's look to the United States. The United States ABS, asset-backed securities, began around the era of 1985, well into 2003. And within this period, the US raised over 2.6 trillion US dollars in respect of ABS. Wow. Now, a key example, and that is often given when you talk about ABS, is Sperry Corporation. And Sperry Corporation incorporated a special purpose vehicle that was called Sperry Ferry Lease Limited. And it basically went into ABS and raised up to 76 million US dollars. And this went ahead to raise up to 74 billion US dollars in the later years. And I'm saying, hey, it looks like it's a hell of a gold mine up at Sperry Corporation. So Sperry Corporation currently is Unisys, and I'm saying this is the way to go. We're talking about asset-backed securitization or asset-backed securities. So now, the next time you think about financing your business, securities, and the next time you think about financial security for your business, you think about asset-backed securities. Your source of finance, your source of financial security lays right at your backyard. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something new.